Okay guys, welcome back. Here we are just about to jump in towards our grand final for today. It is of course the Horsemen taking on a B Gaming, and here we are. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. I am of course going to be rolling out with the guys from B Gaming and the Horsemen here on Himmelsdorf.
Time to roll out.
So let's take a look over here at B Gaming. They've got themselves two AMX 5100s, three IS3s, one T32 and one T37 here. And they've sent all but one of their tanks down the hill, left Tacky in that AMX 5100 up the top there, seeing what he can do in the meantime. As we see B Gaming, or rather I should say, let's go ahead and get those ones swapped around as well. Heading around in towards some fairly standard defensive positions. So B Gaming right here, going to be doing the attacking Horsemen over on the other side. As we can see, they're the ones heading in towards some fairly standard defensive positions, and we can see IC Flying Unicorn right up the front there, fairly aggressive positioning there from him, excuse me, for Luso as well with their AMX 5100, and we can see just seeing what he can do here. And all of the Horsemen seem like they're in some fairly standard positions for defense here on Himmelsdorf. And again, nothing really of note in the team compositions. I mean, both teams have the exact same lineup here for both attack and defense. So certainly nothing crazy there. And right now, though, we can see Super Hiroshi try to get a shot across. That's not going to hit though. And we can see he's just backing off again, seeing what he can do, all that fun stuff. So Shimip here in the IS3, going to be knocking down a few little power poles here as he heads up the 7 line, and maybe seeing if he can get some shots across the courtyard here, across the expanse of Himmelsdorf. Right now though, we're seeing both of these teams just settle into some fairly standard roles, exactly what we've come to expect in here in Himmelsdorf. So no real damage done by the team just yet, some shots fired. And we can see from the mini-map there, we've actually got 3 tanks for the Horsemen, really gathered up pretty close together. If we flick over towards them, you can see we've got Gorilla here, and the other 2 IS3s, Archon 01 and Knight of Sidonia for the Horsemen, all very close together around this kind of E2 line. So, right now that actually hit. So great shot there from Gorilla, manages to hit Midas up on the hill there. He's going to get another one up there. Doesn't quite hit the second, unfortunately, but right now everyone seems to be fairly happy with where they're positioned. Nothing too crazy going on here. We've got Karaya here in the T32. Looks like we might be seeing the Horsemen moving a little bit and maybe trying to shake things up a little bit here on Himmelsdorf from the looks of it, and seeing what they can do. So it looks like the 7 line push might be where it's at for the Horsemen here, as they're getting their tanks up there. And we've got Karaya, Shimip, KGRP. He's going to be leading the charge, and that's actually a good move because they might not sure if they actually spotted it or not, but it doesn't look like that T32 is in the standard defensive position for the 2 flag, and that could really help them to take it. So KGRP here, he's rolling around the corner with absolutely no fears whatsoever, and it's looking like he's not going to be punished for it, which could certainly be pretty costly here. Now, what this means is that B Gaming, or rather the Horsemen, have to do a difficult retake on towards this 2 flag right here. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out for them. As you've got B Gaming here, getting themselves positioned nicely on towards that flag. Some shots coming out, none. Taken down to 814 HP. So definitely hurting a little bit after that one. We've got Gorilla also coming back up, but getting shot from behind that Amex 5100. Great positioning there from Neat Maniacs. Takes him out with a crossfire. Oh wow, and Neat Maniacs again. I didn't even know you could shoot through there, but Neat Maniacs proving that he knows all the spots on Himmelsdorf there, and really able to get some big damage numbers out. So, we've actually got a bit of a 1v1 happening here. Neat Maniacs, I don't think he's going to be liking that one. One more shot's all it's going to take. Oh, no. It's actually going to be Faluso missing him there. And Faluso, is he going to trace? He looks like he is. And one more shot onto Neat Maniacs. There we go. So, Faluso does manage to take him out there right now. Horsemen still have 4 heavy tanks, 4 tier 8s left. Make that 3, make that 2, as both Nun and Archon 01 go down in quick succession. So right now it is looking very good for B Gaming here on Himmelsdorf. And looks like their push... as I say that though... KGRP goes down. There we go. Spencer goes down right after that. So yes, very good looking for B Gaming right here. Excellent push from them. And they're going to make it work without a doubt, and probably just going to win up by a base cap here. They have actually only got 40 seconds left, so Horsemen, they actually didn't do a bad job at all of defending, and really a couple of reset shots might even net them the win, but that's not going to happen because Faluso too far away at the moment. So not going to be able to contribute to this one. He is rocketing it back there, but with the base cap already on 92, 95, 97 and 100. There we go. That is going to be the first game in this best of 3 to B Gaming. So there we go. B Gaming up there. Okay. So let's take a look at the team score when it's all said and done there for B Gaming. Up the top, Neat Maniacs. Look at that. 1.7k damage in the AMX 5100. Both of those AMX 5100s, in fact, really got the damage out there. Karaya in the T32 with 1.6k. KGRP with 1.4k. A fair effort there from him as well. So B Gaming, they've got to be pretty happy with that one. They just need to do it 2 more times to take out the grand final. And again, they're going to be on the attack. So I feel as though this time, Horsemen probably won't leave that 2 flag just completely open like they did. That was a mistake, for sure. I mean, yeah, and if they honestly just had that one T32 in there, that really could have changed it a lot. So we'll have to keep an eye out on what they do. So right now, seeing if the teams want to repick or whether they will decide to go in and stick with their current lineups. So right now we've got, should still be Def, yep. Alrighty, so yeah, no, I'd like to see maybe even to bring maybe the KV5 back. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Yeah, the favourite of, I think it was, just trying to remember, Super Noobs. They love their KV5s. So looks like at the moment getting the tank picks in, 2 IS3s on both sides at the moment, and going to be getting the next picks happening, probably some AMX 5100s. It's what we always do generally expect. AMX 5100's IS3, maybe a T32 in there. All that fun stuff, so. Right now, we've got teams still thinking about their picks at the moment, so obviously chatting it out, stratting it out, really planning it out for the next match, and making sure that they're 100% happy with what they go into this one with. And on the Horsemen side, I don't really think it was a matter of tanks that that was kind of the issue for them that last half there. I mean, obviously, we saw on the battle results screen that some of their tanks didn't quite deal as much damage, but it was effectively a mirror match in terms of tanks. So yes, hashtag consistency there in the Twitch chat from Tofu Smurf. And we've got a couple of 5100s coming out there from both teams. So certainly still nothing too crazy. And next up, no, wouldn't actually mind to see some ISs here as well. The two ISs instead of a tier 8 and a tier 6 for the defenders, for the Horsemen there. Bit of extra firepower. Certainly could work. Alrighty, there we go. So the next picks are in. One IS3 and one T32. So T37 there, picked by Faluso. T37. Okay, so pretty much the same lineups as before. Nothing really of note. So I'll let everyone know that I'm ready. So we should be able to jump in towards this next one here, with B Gaming taking on the Horsemen in the second match here for the best of 5 grand final in the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 8 today. So we're getting this one underway. We've got, should be able to get the countdown started fairly soon. And yeah, no, in the meantime, guys, definitely check out at ESL WoT on Twitter, at ESL WoT, for information of whenever competitive World of Tanks events are happening all around the world, whenever we're going live for any live streams, all of that fun stuff. So definitely head over there. And while you're there, you can also check out myself at GoGoGadgetCasts. And I'll also be tweeting out whenever we're going live for any ESL Go4WoT Cups as well. So looks like right now we're just waiting for the go-ahead for the go-ahead from the Horsemen, I think. Sorry, yeah, just waiting for the go-ahead from B Gaming. Alrighty. Okay, so I think we should be able to get this one started out. There we go. So, Himmelsdorf, again, B Gaming going to be doing the attacking here. Seeing what they can do against the Horsemen, who are again going to be doing the defending. So 20 seconds left on the countdown clock, and we should be good to go. So right now, Midas, Neat Maniacs, Karaya, Super Hiroshi, Shimip, Taki, and KGRP is the lineup for B Gaming as we're rolling out into this one. Horsemen fielding Faluso, IC Flying Unicorn, Knight of Sidonia, Archon 01, Gorilla, Nun, and Spencer for their side. So here we go again. We're seeing a very familiar rollout coming out from B Gaming, sending one of their AMX 5100s up on towards that hill there. And tell you what, it almost wouldn't be an interesting idea to see. Maybe not. I was about to say if maybe the Horsemen sent two AMX 5100s up onto the hill, but maybe that wouldn't work as well. Who knows? Anyways, in the meantime, we're getting B Gaming pushing out towards this 2 line here, or at least Neat Maniacs is, with the help of Midas doing a bit of scouting for him. Neat Maniacs actually does 10 ramming damage to him as well, but that's not going to phase him too much. Let's flick over towards the other side right now. We've got the T-37 Spencer looking up the hill for the Horsemen, acting as an early scout there. Gorilla going to be moving out, and we can see already Archon 01. He's taken a hit there. I think that was from Taki up on the hill. Takes another one. That one actually, did that penetrate? I think that might have actually penetrated. Yes, it did. He's getting dropped down very, very low here. Taki is hitting some really good shots. And, oh, wow. That is not good news for Archon 01. He's obviously not really able to get any shots in response there either. So dropped down to 415 out of 1500 HP. So if I was in B Gaming shoes, you'd probably want to. Oh, there we go. One shot actually finally hits Taki there. As oh, that's actually a push from the T-37 up there. Let's flick over towards him, Spencer, seeing what he can do, and he's actually doing a good amount of work here. On to Taki, who's now reloading. Great recognition that he would have been reloading there. As we can see, Midas going to be actually killing the loader onto Spencer's tank. And the gunner's dead now as well, so not looking too good for Spencer. Looks like he will be cleaned up here as Midas does battle with him. 2 more shots is all it's going to take. The loader for Spencer goes down, so that is going to be tier 6 going down. I'd still probably, as long as you didn't lose out any modules, I'd still probably call that worth it. Although as I say that, it's going to be Midas going down to Archon. So we're pretty much even here with 1 tier 8 either side. Damage both of the T-37s on both sides taken out, and it looks like the push is going to be coming in now from B Gaming, going up the D line right here. They've recognised that lots of the Horsemen's tanks are, well, overextended in that kind of J3, G3 area right there. So they're going to be pushing thick, hard and fast on towards the D4 line right here. Look at this. There is about 150 tons of metal rolling down there, and I don't think there's anything stopping Super Hiroshi. He's right at the front. We can see Shimip though did get his loader or his ammo rack taken out a little bit there, taking that one damaged, but we can see IC Flying Unicorn there taking down Neat Maniacs. The fight is on right there. Look at that. That's an ammo rack. That's what they need. Archon 01 takes down Super Hiroshi. A very unlucky ammo rack coming in there, and that could mean the difference between winning and losing for the Horsemen here. The battle is still on, but we can see only 3 tanks left on B Gaming, 3 tier 8s, but they've just evened up the score there. Shimip now, he's going to be taking some shots, dropped down to 23% HP there. One more shot might be enough to take him out from the T-32. You can see that T-32 there. Oh, beautiful play from KGRP. Shielding Shimip there as well, and the T-32 does manage to take him out though. We can see the IS-3 drop down to 47 out of 1500 HP. Is KGRP going to be able to take him down? It doesn't look like it, no. So there we go, and that is going to mean KGRP going down right after this one. Look at that, and really that 1000 HP ammo rack, that I'm going to call it, that was what changed that fight there for the Horsemen. There we go. So they've got to be very happy with that. And yeah, very, very impressive. So looks like at the moment we're getting the team score up now. So let's take a look at that. So up on the B Gaming side, Taki up the top there. He managed to deal 1.9k damage. Neat Maniacs with his AMX 5100 dealing 1.2k, and KJRP with 1.1, Shimib with 1000, and the rest of B Gaming just below that 1k mark. Over on the other side though, over on the Horsemen side, we've got None up the top there with 3000 damage in his T32. So very impressive damage stats there coming out from None. I think he might have even been the first person to break that 3k mark today, which is extremely impressive. Next after him, I see Flying Unicorn, the AMX 5100 with 1.9k damage, Arc 101 with 1.3k, Knight of Sidonia 1.3k, Gorilla, Spencer and Faluso all below that 1000 mark. So going to be getting right back in towards the tank picks here, and looks like we're going to be getting these ones underway. So IS3's picked first, and looks like again you can see some IS3's picked on both sides, so nothing too crazy there. And probably going to be expecting some pretty much very similar tank picks either way. Yeah, 5100, 5100, 5100, 5100 for both sides. IS3 T32 for Midas, for B Gaming there. But of course this time, shaking it up a little bit because B Gaming are on the defense, and now this is where it gets dangerous for Horsemen, because overall in Himmelsdorf I think it is slightly skewed towards the defenders from what we've seen in the from what we've seen. So yeah, let's wait and see though. So next couple of picks going to be coming out now. IS3 T32, and yes in the chat there. So we are getting out this is the standard ESL World of Tanks rule set 752. So if you go ahead and take a normal lineup, say 6 tier 8 tanks, and then add 1 tier 6 tank onto it, then you'll get, 754. So it's actually not 752, it is 754. Alrighty, next tanks picking coming out. We're going to be getting an IS3 5100 T37 on both sides. So again, pretty much the exact same picks for both sides. Nothing too crazy there. Exactly what we expected. And like we said, Himmelsdorf really is the it's the map for heavy tanks. If you like playing in heavy tanks, then you like playing Himmelsdorf. It pretty much works like that. So right now we've got everyone. Make sure everyone knows that we're ready. And we should be able to get this one started out fairly soon. So, right now, we just have to have either one of these teams needs to win 2 more games in this best of 5 grand final. And it's very doable here for B Gaming now that they're on the defensive side. If they win these next 2 games on defense, then they are set and they have taken out the grand final. So looks like at the moment everyone is ready, so we should be able to get this one underway very, very shortly. And there we go. Okay, so ticking down onto Himmels. Now I'll be interested to see what B Gaming do here. Now on the defensive side of Himmels, whether they kind of go for the whether they go for the same sort of a lineup as Horsemen, or whether they go for something a little bit more passive further back. So, we've got 5 seconds left on the scoreboard. 1 second and 0. So, probably going to be expecting this T32 here, Karai, to head in towards that that A4 area. We've got Super Hiroshi here with his IS3. He's going to be heading out. And looks like the rest of these IS3s also going to be heading out now as well. So, the one flag going to be pretty well and truly covered here by B Gaming. So flicking over towards the other team, now flicking over towards the Horsemen, sending one T37 up here towards the hill with their AMX 5100. And you can see Spencer up here with that T37. Just going to be getting some eyes. And I actually like this extra little scout that they've sent up here on the hill. It means that, unlike last game when we saw that T37 come out and kind of surprise the reloading AMX 5100, it means that that's effectively not going to be able to happen this game, because Spencer's going to be up here to defend out the other AMX 5100 that's up here in, I think, Faluso. Sorry, IC Flying Unicorn there. So Flying Unicorn in a pretty good spot. It looks like we are seeing an early push actually coming out from the Horsemen down this kind of 7 line, and it looks like we've got lots of IS3s and one AMX 5100, or maybe even 2 AMX 5100s for Horsemen, poised to attack here. So looks like they're just waiting at the moment, waiting to see what happens up the hill. We can see the T37 here. It's going to be Spencer spotting out Midas. So looks like right now they're going to be getting Midas. See, no, he's not. He doesn't want to poke Spencer here. So looks like Spencer actually might be going around for the poke. Yes, he does. He is, and he's actually going to be followed up by the AMX 5100. The question is he going to go down before that? I don't think so. There we go. One more shot from the AMX is all it's going to take, and let's see how it comes in. One more shot. There it goes. Knight of Sidonia, and that in his AMX 5100 does the business there, and the push is on. So the Horsemen trying to head in towards this 2 flag right here. They have the knowledge. They know where B Gaming are. Sorry, B Gaming have the knowledge where Horsemen are, I should say. So right now, as the push comes in, we've got everyone playing it fairly kind of strategically at the moment, fairly cautiously, I want to say. That's the right word for it. Is Arcon 01 and his other IS3 friend here, None, haven't actually taken any hits just yet. Just trying to go for the old side scrape here. Maybe get a hit on Karaya's gun potentially, from the looks of things here. Right now though, we've got the AMX 5100s pushing down IC Flying Unicorn, seeing what he can do there, seeing if he can spot any of those tanks around the place, as we've got the friendly base has now started to be capped. So that means that B Gaming now
we've lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode.
Reset that one up. That's just happened there. So looks like right now we've got None with his IS3, 1.2k damage, taking some shots, but really there's been no major firefight yet. No one's really committed. Everyone's still a little bit tentative. We're not seeing the push coming in from either side, just a kind of slow bit of pressure applied from the Horsemen here. So the Horsemen, they actually don't have that much time to apply this pressure, to be honest, because it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the timer will tick down for this match. So they, I don't know. I mean, B Gaming B Gaming will be happy to leave it like this until the very last minute because they can just come in just right at the end, reset the cap, boom, they win by time. So I don't know about Horseman's strategy here. I'm not sure if it'll pay off or not. We'll have to wait and see. They have got the cap, have managed to get the cap up now to, wow, a pretty respectable amount. As we can see, Karai there just got absolutely hammered in his T32, but he does manage to get the reset. That's all that matters at the moment. He got the reset, poked back behind cover. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Karai, though, does go down. That's a big kill for the Horsemen to get right there. And here we've got Shimip going to be pushing up as well. And I wouldn't want the base cap to get any higher than 75 if I was on the B Gaming side, to be honest. Faluso, though, in the meantime, takes out Taki's AMX 5100. So that's a couple of tanks down there for B Gaming. 1 minute and 27 seconds left on the clock there. So B Gaming, just need to hold it out for a little bit more. Super Hiroshi right here. He's going to be coming into the action here. Gets the reset. The reset is fully applied. That's what they need. And they just need to stay alive for another minute right now. Can they do that? We're about to find out. Shimmick getting dropped down very, very low. One more shot is enough to finish him off. Super Hiroshi there as well, getting very, very low as Icy Flying Unicorns takes down Shimmick. And we've got 2 tanks left on the opposing side, on the B Gaming side right here. Super Hiroshi in a little bit of trouble. The AMX 5100 maybe doesn't have any shells left from the looks of it. And it's not really going to matter though, as we've got Neat Maniacs here, the last man standing. 40 seconds left. They need to get this cap happening in 40 seconds, but it's not looking like that's going to happen right there. We've got 2 AMX 5100s left on Neat Maniacs, and they're obviously reloading at the moment. 27 seconds left is all that Neat Maniacs has to kind of stall it out for. He obviously can't do much, and he's making sure, oh no, the AMXs are reloaded. That's it. That is curtains for Neat Maniacs, unfortunately for him. Great defense there from B Gaming, but fair effort. So shout out to our new friends from the apparently the WGLNA Troll Platoon coming in towards the Twitch chat there. But let's take a look at the battle results at the end. So when it's all said and done, Horsemen going to be happy with that win. They had Gorilla up the top there with 2.1k damage in his IS3. Faluso with 2,000. None with just under 2,000 there, as well as Knight of Sidonia. And IC Flying Unicorn also hitting that 1,000, around about 1,300 mark there for them. Over on the other side though, B Gaming saw Neat Maniacs up the top, 2.3k damage. Karaya as well had a good game, 1.8 thousand. So looking pretty good overall. And yeah, I think coming in towards this next one, B Gaming going to be a little bit worried. So yeah, a little bit worried because one game is all that's standing between the Horsemen and a first place position for this week's ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 8. So you've got some more tank picks coming in. Let's take a look now. IS3, 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 IS3 for both sides. Both sides also picking two 5100s. Midas there picking an IS3 and a T32 for the B Gaming side. And of course, if this last match on Himmelsdorf does not end with the Horsemen winning, so if B Gaming take this one, we're going to be going to a tiebreaker on Cliff. So, and great to see the random public members joining in there with Tank and GOC saying big AMX. That's right, that's for sure. So T37's picked. I'll let everyone know that I'm ready, and we should be ready to roll out for what could be the last match in today's ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup final. So looks like right now as well, you've got both of these teams going to be definitely wanting to win this one. Of course, the prizes, I'm just trying to bring up the prizes now if I can, but definitely a good chunk of gold on the line. First place also gets $100, so definitely a nice little bonus there for the team to take home, as well as 8,750 gold coins for first prize. So looks like right now we're just waiting on the teams to ready up. So once they have, we should be jumping right into it. Okay, Midas has given the call to call for ready, so we should be getting the countdown underway very, very soon. Alrighty. Okay, so getting the countdown now. I'm going to be rolling out with B Gaming here, seeing what they do on the defensive side of Himmelsdorf once again. I like their setup last time, unfortunately didn't quite work out well for them. We're about to find out whether they can hold it out to a next map, to a next game, or whether the Horsemen are going to be able to close this one out in 4. Flicking over towards the Horsemen, they're doing something very, very familiar. Setting up the AMX 5100 up on towards the hill there without the support of the T37 this time, so a bit of an interesting change there. In the meantime, Spencer is going to be heading out towards the 2 line here and getting some information out there. As we can see, Nunn in that IS3 can be pushing up, seeing what he can do. And heading down towards that 7 line, as we've got Gorilla as well. Looks like he's going to be keeping an eye out on the central area, on the central square of Himmels. So probably not going to be able to spot anyone just yet. As we can see over on the B Gaming side, everyone's set up into some fairly standard defensive positions there. Nothing too crazy. There's Super Hiroshi here. He's getting some shots across. And that T37 there has been scared off well and truly. As Shimip also getting some shots across. We've got KGRP and his IS3. Just looking towards where that T37, where Spencer is there. In the meantime though, actually let's take a look at this. Hold our horses. We've got some Horsemen pushing up the D line here, as Nunn looks like he's going to be able to try and get some eyes across there and seeing what he can spot out, which is not going to be anything at the moment. We've also got Gorilla, who's going to be heading up towards, well, it just looks as though that the Horsemen might be trying to repeat last game's kind of strategy on the 2 flag here. So trying for another kind of slow 2 flag push potentially. And it kind of just worked for them last game. As we can see there, Gorilla taking a shot. So taking a big shot actually, as Midas there going to be dropped down to 47% HP. We've got Archon 01 and another IS3 here as well. Also, there we go, taking out that T37. Right now though, Karaya in that T32. Oh, nice shot there. It almost wasn't going to hit, but he does manage to get the hit on towards Archon just at the very front of the track there. That was must have been a hard one to hit. Right now though, going to be seeing some side scraping action coming into it. There's another shot on towards Archon. Archon has to be a little bit more careful here with his IS3. Can't just afford to be losing chunks and chunks of health. And so we've got IC Flying Unicorn up here as well in that AMX 5100, seeing what he can do. Doesn't look like he can see anyone there. But the push is definitely going to be on towards the 2 flag once again for these teams. So the flag cap has started out, and again, the waiting game has started. Who will make the first move? We've got Shimip there. Can drop down to 76% HP. Driver goes down. Probably not going to be too worried about that. So maybe the second least important crew member there. As Karaya doing a good job this time defending out. Another shot there. Goes on towards Shimip. I don't think that one actually hit though. Just hit the track. So he's going to be pretty happy about that one as the base cap has started. As Shimip misses one. We're going to be seeing that AMX 5100 there taking some shots. Karaya takes one as well. Shimip doing a great job angling his tank. As the base cap is still in effect. As we can see, KGRP, he's going to be moving up. We've got Taki moving up as well. Neat Maniacs helping out. And in the meantime, these core IS-3s, you can tell that the Horsemen, they have practiced this strategy time and time again on Hillsdorf. This is just executed to perfection right now. Just side-scraping how they need to, really making sure that none of their tanks sacrifice anything. They've left the T-37 up to kind of pester any stragglers, I suppose. It is going to be time that's not on their side, and as I say that, this is going to be very, very tricky for them because 2 tanks, 2 tier 8 heavies are coming up from behind them. Gorilla is going to feel it right here. One shot. Oh no, as they've actually got one AMX 5100 defending it out. So great move from them. AMX 5100 defending it out. 2 of them, in fact, really putting the pressure on towards those B Gaming members who thought they'd just have a free run at the defending tanks. But no, they have not. As again, Arc 101, he's trading effectively 1-to-1 to KGRP, although Gorilla has just gone down there. That's going to be the first tier 8 to go down. 1 minute and 26 seconds left. So B Gaming, if they just hold out now, then they will take this out. They've still got all of their tier 8s left on the field. And they're not in any hurry to change that. As looks like Taki there in the AMX 5100 struggling a little bit. 1 minute and 5 seconds left, so we can see Faluso here. Oh, misses his first shot. Could be costly. KGRP going to be taken down to 32% HP. It is a 2v1 though. One more shot's all it's going to take for Faluso to take him out. And I think that one actually ricocheted there. He does get the next one though. And Neat Maniacs is probably going to be able to take him out. And with only 43 seconds left on the board here, it is looking as if Horsemen are not going to be able to do this in time. They need to get all of their tanks in towards the circle, but they don't have the buffer remaining. They don't have the HP to do it in 26 seconds. And with that shot just bouncing off Karai, they needed that to hit right there. Not going to happen though. With 19 seconds left on the clock, that means that B Gaming almost certainly going to be able to take this one out here. And 10 seconds left on the scoreboard. Push almost certainly going to be coming in now, but it's not going to be met with much success as Neat Maniacs takes down 2. Super Hiroshi takes down 1 as well, so there we go. It is now 2 apiece in the grand final here between B Gaming and the Horsemen. So that means that the match 5 of the grand final is up next on Cliff. And it's all going to come down to that. Taking a look at the team score up the top, 3.5k damage. Look at that. Amazing effort there by Karaya. He played that absolutely perfectly with the T32. Textbook. I mean, he could have potentially just won that entire round for them with that much damage there in the T32. Very well played. So guys, we're going to be jumping off to a very short break before game 5 of the grand final. Do not go anywhere. After this, we're going to be seeing if the Horsemen can take out B Gaming on Cliff, or whether B Gaming have turned the tide and can take it out themselves. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Okay guys, welcome back. Here we are loading in towards the last match of the grand final. It is of course B Gaming taking on the Horsemen. Here we are on Cliff. Both teams have locked in their lineups and they're almost identical. Only difference is Horsemen, instead of one T54 LT, they've gone with one AMX 1390, but it is definitely a meta heavy lineup that we're seeing on both sides right here, with the B Gaming guys taking out five T54 LTs and 2 M41 Bulldogs. Horsemen taking out 4 T54 LTs, 2 M41 Bulldogs, and that one AMX 1390 as well. So, B Gaming going to be doing the attacking here. And we're not seeing any T49s, anything like that. We are just seeing the spam of T54s, which are definitely at the moment a very, very strong tank to pick. And interestingly enough, we're seeing those 2 Bulldogs for B Gaming heading out towards the kind of western entrance towards the middle there, around that little hilly area right here. It might be Neat Maniacs that is the first one to crest the hill there, seeing what he can spot, and he does actually land a shot on towards that M41 Bulldog there. So it looks like the fight is well and truly happening. Gorilla goes down just like that. That's going to be the first tank down for the Horsemen very, very early on, not even a minute in here, and the push has certainly not stopped either, with Karaya getting some shots put onto him from those other T54 LTs around there. Does manage to get the repair happening on his tracks as well. Does not want to be stationary for very long at all in that light tank. As we've got Super Hiroshi, like a sniper rifle there, the cannon on the T54, so accurate. Just sniping out that M41 Bulldog. The last one standing on the other side of the map. That's going to be Spencer taking some shots there. We can see another T54 LT getting a little bit low there as well. But so far it's looking pretty good for B Gaming. They've really managed to put quite a few dents in lots of tanks on the Horseman side. We can see here none. He's only on 62 HP, so it's not looking good for him, as the first tier 8 to fall is actually Archon 01 as well, with Taki picking up that kill, already on 2 kills out of 2 in the match so far. So right now, Knight of Sidonia, he's going to be looking around the place, and he's actually going to be spotting Karaya and Midas popping up and down in between there. And we can see on the mini-map all of the Horsemen are squashed in here there. Oh, as we can see, Knight of Sidonia gets his track hit. Yeah, all of the Horsemen boxed in. As I say that though, we do see Flying Unicorn coming around the side, seeing what he can do, as Shimip's just taken down none. But right now they need some kills on the board, the Horsemen, and they need them fast. Otherwise it is not going to be great news for them, and it's going to be a very short grand final. So, and this is exactly what they need right here. Shimip getting dropped down towards 0. There we go. Faluso finishes him off, and again we can see another tank on 20% HP here. But I see Flying Unicorn. He's going to be getting dropped very, very shortly after that. One more shot from Neat Maniacs is all it's going to take. There we go. That's it. And the last man standing goes down. That's going to be Faluso going down for the Horsemen, and B Gaming take out the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup number 8 grand final. Very well played to them. A textbook display there. Only lost 1 tier 8 tank and a Bulldog to boot. And look at that on the scoreboard. We've got 1.9k damage up the top there for Neat Maniacs. Karaya up the top there as well. So really, really impressive stuff there. So looks like we've got, yeah, I mean, GG's coming out. So overall, you can see there, some of the Horsemen did not get a single point of damage out. Gorilla with 0, Spencer with 0, Archon with 0 as well. So that is it for them. And B Gaming going to be taking that one out 3 games to 2. They've got to be very happy with that one. So that is just about it for today's broadcast of the ESL Asia Go4WoT Cup. And thanks a lot for everyone who's tuned in today. And remember, you can also follow the Twitch channel here at Wargaming Asia to be notified whenever we're going live for any sort of World of Tanks or even general Wargaming esports action. So there we go. And I think as well, that just about wraps up today. Remember, check out the Twitter links on screen now at Go4Gadget Cast and at ESL WoT. But until next week, until next Sunday for Go4WoT Cup number 9, this has been Go4Gadget. Thanks for watching.